Hey, we're looking at Airbnb, so that's ticker symbol ABNB. You can see it right in the middle of the screen here, kind of small, but hopefully you can see that. So last time we looked at this was March 31st, so it's been about 2 weeks since we last checked in, and right off the bat, it's broken the uptrend. So last time we looked, it was at 124. So that's this green bar, probably at the weekend, about 124. It has since dropped down to 113. It's now at 113, so I'm going to update that. The buy points I had were 124. Um, that must have been, that point was probably 1 or 2 weeks in advance, keeping with this bottom of the uptrend. So if you can see my mouse right around here, that's 124 between the current week we're in and next week. Just kind of hovering on that purple line, that's about 124, so that's where that number came from. And also 116. 116 is probably the more strong uh, buy point, uh, mainly because that point seemed to have recently some support in like early March, and it also kind of just seemed like a line where stocks kind of hovered. So like back here in May of 22, you can kind of see it bounced between that line for back-to-back weeks. A couple months go by. Again, it dances around that line from about we'll say August 22 to about mid-September of 22. Uh, instant More recently in October, and then of course, as I mentioned, a good chunk of like the current year from like February to about now where we are. It's kind of played around 116. So the fact that it's right now at 113, I probably will jump into this. Probably nothing major at this point. Probably just one, maybe two shares. Um, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig into this one a little bit. So there's a good chance that I'll probably make a second video on Airbnb pretty quick, just to see if I found anything over the past month, roughly, maybe past couple weeks, depending on what I see and how much has been published on this company in the past month. But I'll dig into this, and I'm just going to say short-term uptrend has been broken by about, we'll just say 1 week. So yeah, overall, I guess the only other thing I can add is, this uptrend clearly seemed to be intact for about 3.5 months up until really, I would say 3 months. And then once we got into April, that's when it just broke. So this uptrend, it seriously might be gone. And now we're just going to kind of trade between these. We're going to consolidate a little bit, maybe between, say, 107 and 131. And if that's the case, the closer we can get to 107, the better. Um, and then 131, we're likely to hit resistance there for who knows how long. Again, I wanted to look into this one to see if there's like some news article, or are they losing revenues, or kind of what happened that's causing this pull outside of the uptrend, because ideally we would have wanted that to continue. This company is at one point reached in the 200s, so it's still at half price compared to what it was about a year and a half ago. So we'll just see why it broke this trend right now. Maybe that is the fair value. I mean, it's right between our blue lines, which we said was fair value, but there's always more to it. So we will dig into this one, hopefully like over the weekend. But yeah, so I guess what I can do at this point I'll leave the purple lines in there for now. Once I actually dig into it, then I might do a little quick update on this. Maybe just put trend lines in here as opposed to this purple line that goes on forever. But that pretty much wraps it up. So the quick summary here, Airbnb, I'm going to mark this one as a buy for me personally. Uh, Again, probably just one share, maybe two, just because I don't think I have any Airbnb, but I really like the company enough that I'd like to buy at least a share just to say I own some of it. To me, that'd be pretty cool. But otherwise, just a quick recap. So Airbnb, currently it's at 113. I'd buy points listed at 116 and 124 with a resistance point of 131. Then we have today's date, of course. And then I added this column here just to show I want to dig into it. Bitcoin was another one. They seem to have exceeded their trend line, so I just want to see if there's anything I can find there. But sticking with Airbnb, I do want to dig into this a little bit further. So there's a good chance a second video of this is going to come out sooner rather than later. And then the note is it was in that short-term uptrend for about 3 months. That appears to have been broken just recently. So we just want to see kind of what happened there. Maybe, honestly, it could be as simple as an analyst that heavily follows Airbnb from like JP Morgan. Maybe they just said, hey, we're overweight on that, so we're going to sell it. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, we got to sell it too. But again, I'll look into that. If you have any idea or just want to share any input that you've come across for this company, please feel free to share that in the comments. I'd be happy to read it. Other than that, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.